Hello, welcome to the channel. Another episode of
The English Couple.
Oh, today, ouch, side down. Today we thought we'd have just a bit of a fun. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Can't get through the door. In fact, so we have a whole. Oh, I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just couldn't resist it. It's Christmas. Oh yes, Christmas.
We have a whole array of...
You can't see them.
No.
But we do have an array of them. Musical things in the studio today. In our room. And we thought, as Christmas is coming, it's a great time to get the family together and do things that perhaps you wouldn't ordinarily do as a couple or as a family or with the children or whatever. So I've dug out some stuff. You've got some stuff from the past. They all make funny noises. So today is about funny noises.
Apparently so.
And also, Julia is going to try and teach me in 2 minutes how to play the ukulele.
A chord or something, at
Yes,
least.
or something, or even
Or
a
something.
note. A note would
A
be
note.
good.
What, one string? Ding.
Now, anyone know what this is?
No, I don't have a clue what that is.
Why are they called... Ah, yes, I do know why they're called cow horns. That's what
Cowbell.
Oh, beg your pardon.
Cowbells.
Yes, they're not horns, are they?
No.
We don't have a
This
horn.
is a horn.
Oh, steady.
It's like a clown horn.
Yes.
Clown horn,
Yeah.
cowbell. Clown horn,
Yes.
cowbell.
Ah, got it.
Because it sounds like the bells from a cow.
Oh, yes. And
'Cause-
this is a tin opener. No, it's a bottle opener. Or it's a beer.
That is, but why is it in the kit?
I don't know. I think because the end of it is a good thing to go. And this came off a drum kit that I had.
Ah.
And I think the only thing I kept on the drum kit, I did keep the cymbals for a while because the old.
Helpful.
It's always who invented that sound?
I don't know, but it's brilliant.
But there's another one over there. Look, a little cowbell.
A little cowbell. Is this a calf bell?
I think it must be. Oh, my calf. Oh. And the teaspoon is just as good. When I was a kid, we used to get the saucepans out. Did you do that? Because you couldn't afford, back in the 1830s when I was just a wee pup going around looking for my mum's teats. A wee pup. Did I say that? Did I actually say that? When I was a kid, didn't have, you'd go, Mum, I want a drum kit, because you'd see them on top of the pops doing the old and all of that. And she said, no, we're not having one of those in the house, thank you. All that noise, the neighbours, think what the neighbours would say. But, so she would say, look, get the saucepans out.
And a wooden spoon.
And a wooden spoon, and you're banging this. And I think the racket would have been far worse.
Yes,
to be honest
I
with you.
think so. Do you know, my favourite was the metal colander and a spoon.
Oh, I should have nipped out.
I should have thought of it.
Yeah, we could have got that. And what kind of a sound did that make?
Well, it's like just a
wooden spoon. Yeah.
No, a metal spoon. Metal spoon.
Now, I should have thought of this. Upstairs I have, but I don't have the thimbles. I have a washboard.
Thimbles.
Yes, because you use the thimbles on
yes.
a washboard, and you get the washboard.
Well,
how stupid is that?
It's silly. Yeah, we didn't think that.
We didn't think of that. But I haven't got the thimbles, and you need that to play because it's the same sort of thing.
But we have got some plectrums. We could have run up and down it.
Oh, yes.
Which would have made a nice sound.
The other thing that I have is a tin bath. Now, I happen to have my tin bath hanging on the wall.
Which, every time we pass it, we like to go doing.
Doing, and the whole thing. And it's on the partition wall with my neighbour. So they must...
I'm sure they...
It's like
they
a
might
clap
mind,
of thunder,
but,
isn't it?
Yeah, they play enough loud music that we put up with. So.
Absolutely. So what else have we got on the table, lovely Julia?
What haven't we shown? Oh, this is a good one.
Ah, yeah. You know what that is? Do you know what that's called?
Yes, it's a vibra slap.
A vibra slap.
Interestingly, this is based upon an older instrument, probably an ancient instrument, which was made of, what was it called? Guijada, Guijada. And that is basically jawbone. It was made from a mule,
jawbone?
a donkey, usually a donkey,
right.
Donkey, mule, or horse or cow jawbone, and they would basically loosen the teeth just enough so that they'd rattle.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what this is based
I
upon.
love that sound. I made a children's a pilot for a children's thing called. Hang on, I've got to get this right. Was it the Boneheads or the
I was
Dimwits?
going to say, which one was it?
It was called the Boneheads. And if you put Richard Vobe's The Boneheads into YouTube, up will come this children's thing, pilot of these overgrown school kids. And we use this. What would you call it? Sort of spinning disc as a transition to change scenes. And as it revolves round, we get the sound of a vibroslap going, but with a bit of reverb on it. It's brilliant. Because it's a great thing to highlight something, isn't it?
It is, it is.
So yeah, and of course, so once you've had your your doner kebab or donkey kebab, you can use the donkey head and rattle it, as you say. They're to loosen the teeth, isn't they?
Yeah.
And what would they hit it with? Another
No,
bone?
your hand.
Oh, your hand.
Doing.
Don't do it to a live donkey though. Doesn't work as well.
No, you might get kicked.
Yeah.
Quite badly.
And I hope you do, because that's not
No, it's
fair.
not a nice thing to do to a living animal.
This is one of my favourite things. It's not a recorder. Did you used to play?
I've got recorders. I could have brought one, but I didn't think anyone would like that.
No, everyone hates a recorder, but everybody.
Except me. I like them.
But everybody loves the old. Now, what's that called?
I call it a slide whistle, but you call it something else.
I call it a swanny whistle. I don't know why. On the BBC, they used to have a programme. I don't know if it's still on because I don't listen to the BBC. They would have this thing called Sorry I'll read that again, or Sorry I can't. Oh yeah, I can't remember what it's called now. Used to watch it avidly, and they would play songs with a kazoo.
Kazoo.
Kazoo and a swanny whistle. Kazoo. Get it into your head, Vobesy. But a lot of this stuff was used in the shows that I used to do, clown shows and comedy shows, and then I used it in the podcasts as well. But that's great for, something off stage falls down a hole or something. Look out! Watch out! There's a hole! Or whatever. Loved all that. And I'm sure there are people watching this going, yeah, we have all this. We know what you're talking about. We're there.
This one I bought recently for my youngest.
Higher up? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That's your sleigh bells,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Jingle bells,
Jingle
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on an open
copyright strike
horse and
today.
sleigh. Is that copyrighted
I
still?
have no idea.
I think it's quite an old one, isn't that? Isn't that a Victorian one?
It could be, yeah.
So
you
it
know how the
should be fine.
Victorians go
Should be
back
fine.
online. Some of them, they come out
And they
their
think,
graves.
you can't use that, that's ours. Blah, 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 blah.
We want it. We want the money. So, yeah, they were... Now, there was something you were going to say about... cowbells. And these, of course, we didn't say, these bells used to be wrapped round the necks of...
It's Swiss horses?
Swiss horses.
Swiss cows.
You've seen those Swiss horses? Snowy white Swiss horses, on the way they go.
It's
la 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 la. Anyway,
It's funny because is that one copyrighted?
probably. That was White Horses. You remember White Horses? No, you were too young. It was in black and white.
Oh no, but you have played it to me.
Yes, Snowy White Horses. Anyway, so yes, they had...
yeah.
I can't
It's
imagine
funny.
them having this one, though. That's
No, that's a
exaggerated, that one.
yeah. I think
Hello.
but I actually, as a kid, couldn't work out why it was called a cowbell because our cows here don't have them, and of course in Saudi
But they
where I
do,
grew up,
I think, though. I think some of them have bells.
well, rarely
Yeah,
because
rarely
because
these
they're all
days.
fenced in and everything.
Oh,
But
yes.
Once upon a time,
But once
they're
upon a time...
roaming. And,
Yes, I'm not disputing it. I'm just arguing with you.
but yeah, for the sake of it. But when I actually went to Switzerland with my family,
Yes.
20 years ago, something
Yeah.
like, more than that.
Oh,
Oh wow, 25 years ago.
Don't
Doesn't matter
look
when.
young enough,
Thank you
Julia.
very much. Anyways,
Don't look old
but-
enough.
yeah. Anyway, whatever. And and then I, heard and saw with my own eyes and ears.
As
that-
opposed to somebody else's eyes
exactly,
and ears.
exactly. Well, through a camera.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That
my mouth shut.
actually the Swiss cows still do have the bells.
Ah.
Gadong, gadong, gadong as they're walking along. I was like, oh, that's
I wonder how the
fantastic.
cows ever thought about it, having this every time I ding, gadong, gadong. The thing is, though, very useful because if you've got a herd of sheep, not herd of sheep, cows, you've got a herd of cows and the snow's come down. We're in the cold at the moment and snow is in certain places, not in Worthing, by the way.
No.
We have broad
Too much
sunshine.
salt air, sea salt air.
Exactly. We just have sand dunes and
Palm trees,
tequila
and beaches.
sandwiches. We have it all. And yes, but in the old days, you'd have your herd of sheep and somebody else's herd of sheep.
Cows.
Cows. You would know where they are. Although I think sheep also had them, didn't they?
I don't know.
Am I got that bit
I
wrong?
don't recall.
We watched a lovely film the other day called Singleton's Pluck, in which he had a whole load of geese, didn't he? And the geese are very similar to ducks,
They are.
in as much as they have webbed feet. So I think, isn't this designed originally to get them out into the open so that you can shoot them?
A duck lure.
A duck lure.
Lure. As in it lures them out.
In the
Lure.
name of
I
the
said it
lure.
strangely, as I say lots of strange
You were like
things.
Inspector Clouseau then. weren't you? I arrest you in the name of the lure.
Hey, arrest you.
In what?
Yeah, anyway.
The lure.
But do it again, though.
You're probably better at it than I am.
Nope.
I had to fish, I should just point out. We thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun to do some musical instrument-y stuff? And we thought, yeah. And I said, actually, I've got all these things in a box in the shed right at the back.
Yeah.
So some of these are a bit old and knackered. The old... That's a lovely one. I used to love that, called Squeaker. Look, I've even written on it. Called
Squeaker.
Because in the old podcast, they used to have a character called Squeaker. In the Vogue Show podcast, they used to have a character called Squeaker. I said, what do you reckon, Squeaker? Really? Do you think we should do that? Oh, I don't know. I think hanging is too good for them, don't you? Anyway, go back in your box. It used to be able to go... Anyway. Squeaker. But it's so much fun.
I should have gone like this.
Oh, exactly. So much fun. Have we gone through all our things already?
I think we have.
Blimey. We must get some more comedy sound effects. Anyway, yes, this is the moment that we've been waiting for. How long have you had your ukulele?
This one I've had for about 2.5, 3 years.
And you've been playing since you were 3?
No, I wish. No, I've been playing ukulele on and off for about 6 years, I think. Maybe 5, 6. Anyway, not very long, really.
No, but you can do...
Considering how rubbish I am.
George Formby's When I'm Cleaning Windows.
Yeah, but I have to have... I need the chords and the lyrics in front of me, though, so I can match.
You got a very nice birthday present, didn't you? In which you could
I did, and I'm looking forward to using a printer to print out all the songs that I like to play and put them on this lovely music stand, which someone very special gave me for my birthday.
Oh, I can't think who that was.
No,
It's gold-plated.
He's so lovely.
Yeah, thanks.
Where's the bucket?
Sorry, people are actually watching this, you know.
Sorry.
And some of them are now sort of putting their heads in their hands thinking, why did I ever watch? By the way, just before we get onto that, because I know there's a good warm-up for this, and I know you practice that quite a lot with the hands, that we have to do a lot of this, don't we?
Yeah.
I know it can be quite distracting, but you can get some, apparently you can get them to ring. Oh no, it's not working today, but we'll try it another day. Sorry.
Don't try. Nope.
No. Anyway, so ukulele. How am I
Ukulele.
a ukulele? Because you
Ukulele,
played a mandolin, a violin, virolin. You've played a number of them, haven't you?
I can make sounds come out of them. I can't necessarily play them, but yes,
yeah.
I attempt to. I hope to play them properly at some point.
So,
Yep.
how do we? So I'm holding it like this, like a guitar,
Yep.
but a smaller.
If I remember rightly, it's G, D, A, E are the notes, but you don't need to remember that.
I can't remember it.
So if you put
GCHQ, did you say?
No, G, C, A, E, or is it G, D, A? I can't remember now. You've totally thrown me. Anywho.
We love it.
Anywho, you take your third finger.
Which is that one?
That one. Yep. And place it on the third fret. These are frets in between each
I'm
thing.
not fretting.
1,
Right.
2, 3.
That third fret?
This is the third fret.
No, that's the fourth fret, isn't it?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, these bits.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the strings.
Ha.
Sorry about that. So the third fret is there, yeah. On
1,
which
2,
string?
3. The bottom string, the lower string.
Oh,
now
okay.
strum
When you say
or
strum,
just stroke. Yeah.
there
That
it
is
is.
a C chord.
that's a C chord.
Ta-da! Now, if you take these first
The next one is a river chord. And then there's a stream chord.
Then there's a brook chord.
I was singing a little song, just a little song. Anyway,
Now take the first 3 fingers and put them on those there.
hang on.
So this one there,
Well, hang on. Yeah, that one.
that one. It helps if you turn your hand that way, but
It's like
you've got
plastic.
much bigger fingers than I have.
I'm
so-
sorry.
Well, it's not a complaint.
And that, like that. Oh, the first 3 fingers.
on
I mean,
the-
the first 3 strings.
Well, actually, because they're supposed to all be on the 2nd fret.
Oh, on that fret.
No, all in that fret.
How can I
One on
get?
top of the other. I know. You've got bigger
Can
fingers.
I not just do it for one? Will that not work?
No, because we need all the top 3 strings held down
Oh,
except
I
the bottom
see.
one.
Okay. That's about the nearest I can get. Let's see. I'm now singing a different song. I don't know why it's going wrong, but it is.
I love
But
how
it
you can
is.
just make up songs. I wish I could do that.
You could do
there-
it.
very rarely I can do something and it comes out and it sounds like, oh, that was quite cool. Wish I'd recorded that. No,
was
it's very
fun.
rare for me.
Right. So what?
So what?
what was
actually,
the note? Was that?
That was D, or
That was
supposed
D.
to be. It's not actually because
All
the
right.
D's
You
actually
show us D.
like that.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds much better. When I was going along in a car, I saw a man with a very big bra. I can't think of a rhyme quick enough. That's the thing, it's thinking on your feet and coming up with a rhyme, isn't
And
it?
there goes. Just see if you can just get
Right,
all
all 3 on
Yep.
the one.
fret.
I see what you're saying. You've got to
Yeah, you've got to
really
twist your hand round.
hand. It's amazing how much difference the tiniest bit out that your fingers are. That's broken strumming with my friend. Okay, that's D. I'm never going to get that. You wouldn't be able to go from C to D very quickly, could you? But that's what it's about, isn't it? Hey, you can do it.
I can. I'm rubbish at strumming though. I've got like one strumming pattern. I think it's called the.
So, what's the strumming pattern?
The
Is
strumming
that
pattern is
just up and down?
yeah, because that's the rhythm that you're making, and
yeah.
obviously that's how you make the sound is by strumming.
Yeah.
So, or I can't.
Oh, I see. So variants on
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I mean, most
So
blokes are quite good at this.
Shut up.
You would think. Shush.
So it's they usually depict it with a, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, or down, down, up, down, down, up, and things like that. So
Sounds
it's
like
down,
Morse
down,
code.
up, down, down, up, and I can't get my head around it. I have to let it come. I have to just let it come naturally. Otherwise, I just fumble and I fumble anyway.
So
But
just give me one more chord.
one more chord. Let's go for a G, which is like that.
G.
That's what it
that's
sound like.
It's a nice G.
It's a lovely sound.
Yeah.
So first finger there.
Why are
second
they
finger
always
there.
up there? Do people not use them down
Oh
here?
no, you can use down there,
Oh,
but that's
okay.
much more complicated. As you
Right.
can see, the frets
Let's
shrink.
not do complicated.
The frets get smaller and smaller the further down
Colin,
you
you've
go.
got to have titchy fingers down there. haven't you? How would you have
Well,
one
to
finger?
be honest, at this point, all you need to do is make sure that you're holding the string firmly down on the metal part of the fret.
Oh, right.
Because that's the part that gives it the note.
Oh, okay. So G now is
Middle finger, first finger there.
first finger there.
Second finger down here.
Down where?
Oh, actually, second finger. Hang on. Yeah, no. Third finger, down at the bottom one on the same thing. Nope, back up there. Twist your hand right up there. There, like that.
Yeah.
And then that one, the third one goes there. So you should be making...
I hope you're going to give this a try at home because these are quite cheap to buy, aren't they?
Well, you can only for anything from 10 quid to 30 quid, a beginner one. And if you like it, if you get into it, you can spend a little bit more. This one cost about 70 or 80 pounds. And I love it. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous colour. It's my second favourite colour.
It is a lovely colour. It is a lovely
I
colour.
think the two colours look great together, don't
They
you?
do actually. They look marvellous. So
That was like this.
can you give us to end up our nonsense? Can you give us a nice strumming demonstration for going from one key to another? Because obviously I'm not going to be able to do it, and I will accompany you on a couple of instruments.
Okay.
And it hasn't got to be an actual song.
No, I'll just use the series of chords I use for just warming up and tuning the thing.
Yeah, no, that sounds great, and I'll try and accompany you on ours. And thank you very much for watching our nonsense. So this is called improvise. What is it when they do that? They call
Improv,
it
yeah.
Yeah,
Improvise.
but they isn't there another musicians call it jamming.
Jamming.
Jamming, don't
Jamming.
they? Jamming. And there, ladies and gentlemen, that album will be released for Christmas, going to a #1 at a place near you. So avoid it like the plague.
Yep.
It is.
Oh, is that the time?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a branch past the twig.
Blimey, that's a nice little watch. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun doing this sort of stuff, but you can have a lot of fun just mucking about, even if you don't know the first thing. It's just great fun, isn't it?
It is.
And if you're learning to play an instrument, we'd love to know what it is and how you're getting on. And because I think some people just have an aptitude to it. Some people are musical. I feel I'm musical in one way, but not when it comes to strings and things like that.
Yeah.
It's just so much hard work. And pianos are... I can do a mime piano very well. Da 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 da, bum.
Da 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 da, da 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 da.
What's that one that you go da da dum bum bum da da dum bum bum da da dum bum? Yeah, exactly.
That's the one everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
Anyone sees a piano, it's like, oh, da 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 ding ding da da ding 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 da da ding 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 ding.
And we all think we're very clever when we can do that.
Well, it feels good, doesn't it, to be able to
master something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or get an instrument. I mean, it's not quite the same as doing this on one of those, cylinder things, because you're actually managing to do it. So I can see the appeal.
Yeah. So I mean, personally, I've got I smile when I hear someone approach a random piano and start playing that, because it's, although a serious musician might go but I'm just like, that's lovely, because that person's getting that little
But the envy when you go into a room of people and there's a piano in the corner and someone just sort of gets up and nonchalantly sits themselves down and plays and plays really, and you just go, oh, and everyone's going, oh, Johnny, I didn't know you played the piano. Oh, it's just something I do in my spare time. And you just go, I wish I was that man. I want to be that man. Everybody looks at it and goes, oh, Richard, you're such a hit with the ivories.
It's
never going to happen, is it? It's never going to happen.
No. Well, no, it could. Look, I'm a firm believer that anyone can learn to play an instrument. Anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes hard work, practice, and just sticking with it.
My dear old dad, who you can't see, is in a box on top of a tree. No, his ashes are still here in the house, and he used to play the piano in his latter life. I think he sort of started up in about 65 in his retirement. It was painful to listen to. It had this little upright piano in his spare room.
A soundproof room is always helpful if you're learning.
And it was this very slow, but it gave him something to... It clearly didn't work because he got dementia and couldn't remember that he ever played the blooming thing.
Oh,
but the idea was that it gave him something cerebral to do when he stopped running his business and all those things.
Don't suppose you ever tried playing him, the sound of piano music?
Yeah, we did all of those sort of things.
Of course you did. Of course you
But some people who've got dementia who forget so much can still play the piano. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's a funny thing. I mean, it can be so into your blood as such that just a small thing can bring a person out of the dementia just long enough to sing along with a song or play one of their favourite instruments or something. The brain is an amazing thing.
So there we go. That's us for another episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope if you've enjoyed any of it and you would rather that we never played in a duet again, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll try not to do it, but we can't guarantee it. We've had a lot of fun.
We have.
We hope that you have a fantastic time experimenting with music yourselves. But from Julia and I...
Bye for now!